I just graduated college and I'm here to talk about what 4 years of college has taught me. One thing that college has taught me is that you have to hold yourself accountable and you have to be responsible. So when you're in college, no one is holding you accountable for your grades. Your parents aren't holding your hand no more like they are or like they were in, high school. They're not doing that anymore. Nobody's telling you what you should do or what you shouldn't do because you have a lot of time and also you have a lot of freedom. So being accountable, managing your assignments, managing, your friendships, managing the partying and all types of stuff. There's a lot of distractions. So you just have to be accountable for all that time and everything like that. And it could be very overwhelming, very overwhelming. It could be very stressful. It could be a lot because there's so many things that you can do. And you kind of have to prioritize what's more important, if that makes any sense. Number two, I will say that you really get to see how friends and how people work. Like my high school friendships and college friendships were totally different. Because like in high school, I guess it depends on what kind of school you go to, but in high school, it's like it's smaller, people are still immature, but in college it's like you realize that a lot of other people have their priorities too. They're more mature. A lot of people do drugs. They are chasing this, chasing that, and it might not align with your goals or your visions or anything like that. So I will say prioritizing who you're friends with can really benefit if you will succeed or be able to move forward. Because if you got the wrong friends in your life, I really feel that potentially, that's just in general, it's not gonna be any benefit, and it's gonna be hard for you to elevate to a higher level. Third thing I will say is that you have to learn to deal with stress. And what I mean by that is that there's so many things in college that stresses you. Friendships, relationships, schoolwork is probably one of the biggest things. And then internships, jobs, stuff like that. That stuff is very, very, very stressful. Very. And you have to find healthy ways to cope. And that leads back into, number two. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of college students, when they're sad and tired, they cope with using sex or drinking or smoking or just doing unhealthy things that's not helping or that's not really beneficial at all. It's just pushing you away. And after I graduated, just like a couple days ago, it gives you a sense of the real world. And it's like, you really have to learn how to deal with those stress on your own. Like you really have to. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to reduce those stresses. Stress is a part of life. And no matter how much you want it to go away or give up and this and that, I feel like the best way with that is getting through it and going through it. Dealing with the stress, acknowledging it, and being able to move forward. I would say another thing that college has taught me is don't take things for granted. Don't take things for granted. It's probably one of the biggest things. College went by so fast. It just flew by. And it's scary. I remember when I first stepped on campus, it was exciting, meeting new friends all the time, parties, talking to girls, drinking, so many different things. It was fun. I don't regret it. It was fun. But over time, things changed. But I still look back at those days and it went by so fast. Like 4 years ago, 2020, I was a freshman in college and now I done graduated. And use that time wisely. I made a lot of mistakes along the way. I made a lot of mistakes along the way. But that doesn't mean that you can't have fun and enjoy it. But after I graduated, I reconnected with a lot of friends during graduation. We was talking about how when we first got on campus, we was doing this, doing that, and now we're looking for jobs and everyone chasing their different paths and different careers and different dreams and stuff like that. It can be a lot. It can be a lot, but definitely appreciate those moments. Appreciate those days. Appreciate those friends, those parties. Appreciate everything. Live in the moment. Live in the moment. I feel like the next thing that college has taught me is honestly being independent. In high school, someone's holding your hand, someone is looking at your report card every step of the way, and you get to live in an apartment with either friends or live on your own. You get to live on campus a little bit, but it's like you're independent. Like you get a car, potentially if you have a car, you buy your own groceries, you cook, you get a job, you work to pay rent and all that. Like you learn to be more independent. You learn to stride away from having someone hold your hand so much. So I would say that you become more independent. But there's a lot. College has a lot of pros and it has a lot of cons, and I'm just talking through my experience. That's all I'm doing, just talking through my experience and what I know. I feel like probably one of the last things I will say is that don't focus too much on distractions. Don't focus too much on unnecessary things that don't matter, such as chasing somebody, chasing sex, chasing party, drug, like just chasing all these things that don't matter. I promise you, after you graduate, none of that stuff is not going to matter. And I'm realizing it. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter if you was the cool kid or if you had all these girls, if you had this and that. Nobody cares. Nobody cares at all if you have that. It may seem like they care, but trust, I promise you, nobody cares. So I will say don't allow yourself to fully be distracted by so many things that's not important. And just prioritizing what's important, such as your friendships, people that add value to your life, your schoolwork. If you have any dreams besides school, such as making music, doing content creation, I don't know, there's other things that a person can do. If you have any of those, work on those in your downtime and stuff like that too. I feel like that will help a lot. But yeah, college has taught me a lot and I don't regret any of it. It's been nice, it's been wonderful, it's been beautiful, and I do miss it. But I'm in a part of my life where it's scary. I don't know what to do. I don't know how it's going to end. I don't know where life is going to take me. But I do have faith. I do believe in God, and I know that we're going to get through it. So I would like to say I appreciate y'all for listening. I'm just yapping about what's on my mind about college because that's been a big thought on my mind. And just giving the feedback on what college has taught me. So I hope y'all having a great day. Hope everything has went well and stay blessed. Appreciate these moments, be grateful, and just know that whatever you're going through, you're going to get through it. Keep being you. Peace.